Boogie2988 is not only the most manipulative YouTuber this platform's ever seen, but he's also among the stupidest as well. And this is actually one of his go-to bread and butter defense strategies anytime he finds himself in hot water. He'll always play the card of, oh, I'm not an evil person, I'm just a bumbling moron. I got zapped by an idiot beam. Timmy Turner made a wish that I'd be an imbecile and, well, that's out of my control now. I'm not a bad person, I'm just stupid, and you can't be mad at me for that. He uses this signature anime finishing move more often than Goku uses a Kamehameha to finish off an opponent. He is stupid, don't get me wrong, but he is also a bad person. Both of these things are true. And he's using this defense right now with his latest cryptocurrency scam. I wasn't even gonna bother making a video talking about this because talking about any of Boogie2988's L's is like talking about taking the trash out. Who gives a fuck? It's garbage, so who cares? Everyone knows it's trash, so why even bother talking about it? Well, in this case, it's especially heinous because he actually did an interview with CoffeeZilla on CoffeeZilla's second channel, Voidzilla, where he was covering Boogie's new crypto scam. And he basically admits to it being a pump and dump, but his defense is that he was too stupid to recognize that. Like, he's too dumb to have known that this was going to be a scam that would hurt his almost non-existent audience. He has a very small pocket of people that still support him left, and he is using them like a fleshlight for a couple of fucking doubloons to pop out the other end as he puts his cock in it. It's disgusting. The Boogie298 fan club has less members than the goddamn Balan Wonderworld Enthusiast Society. Like, there's not many of them left, and now Boogie's running a cryptocurrency scam directly at them, yet denying that he's trying to scam his fans, saying that it's obviously just a joke for his fans to point and laugh at. This is mainly meant to target millionaire crypto bros who can kind of just get fucked. It's also worth mentioning that he was paid $10,000 to promote this fatty token meme coin by a very shady group. But I'm sure that's not important. I'm sure that 10,000 doubloons is all just part of the joke. It's all in good humor at the end of the day. I'm sure that had nothing to do with Boogie's involvement here. Now, I do believe that a lot of people that did put money into this were just hoping that they could dump the bag on even bigger idiots that bought into it trusting Boogie, because there are still people that do have faith in Boogie as a creator and as just a genuine person. I don't know how that still lingers after the documentary that's been dropped about him, where he did his absolute best to make himself look like an insufferable asshole, as well as the numerous other controversies he's found himself in. But there is definitely still a community that rallies behind him. And I have no doubt a lot of people that put money into this were hoping that that community would also put money in so they could dump it onto them. And maybe they were able to, maybe they weren't, but right now it looks like everybody, except for those on the inside, have lost money. You posted a video on your own channel called Fatty, because the name of his token, his scam shitcoin, is called Fatty. He posted the video on his channel. That's for your audience, Boogie. You posted it directly to them. Of course, some of them are going to buy into it because they still have some level of trust in you for whatever delusional reason that might be, but that's definitely broken by now, I imagine. He also just can't dedicate himself to just one excuse here, so he's trying to cover all of his bases so he doesn't look like an evil, manipulative piece of shit here. So he's constantly flip-flopping. So first he was kind of just on the nose about it, like posting tweets saying like he's fucked anyway, so might as well get some money out of it on the way out. You know, hashtag fatty, stuff like that. And then he's like, well, no, this was actually just for the crypto bros, and I'm not going to lose sleep over them losing money. I was upfront about you putting money into this, and you're probably going to lose it. That's the joke. So I don't care if you bought in. And his most outrageous one is where he tries to spin this as an actual useful, not scam service, where it's like, oh, this is actually just a really cheap way for the community to buy into my presence. It's going to be a community hub for all of us to kind of just like hang out. So you're kind of paying just to be a part of the community. He's trying every possible excuse to avoid wrongdoing, even though he's fundamentally admitted that it's a pump and dump scheme that he's behind here, which is a crime. It's illegal. You can't do that. Maybe putting it into Magic the Gathering terms will help you understand it, to wrap your fucking noodle around it. You're ignoring cards' mana costs, and in response, everyone hates you. You can't do that, Boogie. I watched a clip of a podcast Boogie's on once, and of course he always rants about how everyone's always out to get him. He's not a bad guy. Everyone else is evil for attacking him. He's not the bad guy. He's not the villain of the story. And my name got brought up. And he then went on to say that I want to see him dead. I'd rather see him buried 6 feet under than see him succeed, or something to that effect. Which is, of course, a load of horseradish, but it's a really interesting take, how Boogie perceives things. And I don't know if he truly believes this, or if it's just a classic Boogie drumming up sympathy kind of thing through lying. But I don't want to see you dead, Boogie, at all. I want to see you stop being a piece of shit scammer who manipulates his audience and constantly lies. That's what I want. That's what the majority of people would like to see. A triumphant story about how you finally took some responsibility for your own actions, grew from them, learned from them, and actually stopped being the asshole that you are. I'd like for you to come forward and stop lying about everything. So like in this situation, just taking it on the chin and openly admitting that you pump and dump scammed your audience. Just say like, hey guys, I fell on difficult financial times and yeah, I took advantage of you. You kind of tiptoed around that in the CoffeeZilla video, but you're not saying it with your whole chest anymore and making up excuses for it, even though it's an inexcusable thing that you've done. You should then refund everyone that lost money in this shitcoin scam that you've pumped, and then you should be working towards actually making things right and stop being the lying, manipulative asshole that you are. I don't want to see you dead, Boogie, and you know that. That's a very gross thing to say, to make that claim, and you know how fucking disgusting that is, which is why you say it. But I want to make it very clear right now. What I want is for you to stop being a lying manipulator. I'm gonna play a little bit of his announcement video for this, because he really stands by that it's all just supposed to be a joke for his community. It's supposed to bring them together to laugh at the parody of Andrew Tate, where he's playing Andrew Cake, and it's all part of the joke. But that excuse doesn't work, Boogie, when you actually launch a shitcoin alongside your satirical take on shitcoin for your audience to actually lose money on, you dumb buffoon.
Fatty is a community for like-minded individuals that are broken free from the matrix. True happiness comes from a goldfish, from the same woman a couple of nights a month, and the occasional meme coin. Fatty for life.
Fatty for life, yeah. Look at this graph. Looks like every other rug pull shitcoin that ever entered the market. But Fatty for life, yeah. Boogie's the champ. He's the king. Who cares how many of his audience lost money on this? He does his absolute best to deny that that's a possibility at all. I'll go ahead and go through his pinned tweet because he's been, of course, on Twitter, as he is known to do, having meltdowns, doing his best to justify indefensible actions that he takes. So here's his big manifesto on the Fatty debacle. An iconic Boogie intro here to the tweet. This is just so on brand for him. Classic. In the last few days, I have learned a lot about the internet, myself, and crypto. For those that don't know the Boogie lore, he also lost almost all of his money in crypto well before this. So even knowing just how dangerous it is to buy into this kind of shit, he still promotes it to his audience, even though he himself is the victim of losing tons and tons of money in crypto dog shit. But yeah, it doesn't matter to him. Since it's not him losing money this time, why would he care? My intent by launching a meme coin was to make people laugh and happy. I also wanted to give millionaires who like meme coins a new toy to play with. It doesn't have use, Boogie. The only thing they can play with is watching the graph go down. The only thing they're playing with is your balls as you teabag them with this scam. I also wanted to create a community among those people to interact with as I have through the LolCal Live community. To say I missed the mark is an understatement for sure. But some of the people that are angry for some weird reasons. This never targeted fans, in quotes. In the 90 seconds this was available on websites, a casual fan could not have created a Coinbase account, get verified, figure out how to buy Solana, which is a chore in itself, to then purchase a meme coin. It is literally impossible. That process takes hours, sometimes days. You are so unbelievably wrong, you know that. You are blatantly lying. I also don't understand why it's inconceivable for him to imagine that some of his fans already have Solana and have Coinbase accounts, because a lot of people do. Cryptocurrency isn't some like fringe unheard of thing anymore. It's a very mainstream thing people have been hearing about for fucking years, so a lot of them do have accounts and they could easily buy this in the 90 seconds it was available. This targeted my fans only to have them point and laugh at the absurdity of the character of the video and the idea that anyone would trust me for crypto advice. If the whole idea behind it, Boogie, was to just provide an entertaining video, why actually launch the shitcoin? Why even give them the opportunity to buy into something that you yourself know is worthless? You're open about how worthless it is and that it's just a waste of money. One of his early tweets is about how you shouldn't invest money in it. That's the way that he's trying to like hand wave his responsibility to his audience here by saying, well, he warned them not to put money into it, so it's kind of their fault. Why even give them the option? If the whole point was just to give them something to laugh at, why give them something to immediately lose money on, Boogie? That's so weird. That doesn't seem like it'd be a good part of the joke, having them lose money too. That seems to get rid of the joke. It's almost as if it wasn't a joke to begin with. And you're using that as a convenient excuse to try and make it seem like it was never the intention to make money off exploiting your fans. I did, however, want to target crypto bros who play with meme coins all day, every day. Looking at the wallets that bought and sold this coin, it's clear that is the only people who played with this coin. Many of them holding tens of millions of Ethereum and Bitcoin. They wouldn't miss the tens of dollars they might have lost, but many more made money than lost, it appears. What a hero. You're such a hero of the people, Boogie. Regardless, I still believe those same crypto guys might find value in this coining community, and I hope they do. For those holding, I plan to keep chatting with you guys and chilling with you for as long as you think it's fun. To the rest of the internet, I am not sorry for getting involved in a dumb shit meme coin. I eject the idea that I was ever scamming fans, and that simply did not happen, period. Look at the wallets for proof of that. I still think a meme coin can be a funny and amusing distraction for people who have far more money than they know what to do with, and I hope we can continue to fuck around with this dumbass coin. That is just chef's kiss standard Boogie meal right there on his Twitter dog shit that he serves on the plate. Just absolute nonsense, lying out of his ass, trying his absolute best to come out of this looking like the good guy. Well, I've learned a lot about myself, the internet, and crypto. Yeah, there was some shortcomings. I missed the mark, but you're actually all wrong because I'm not a bad guy. That was never the intention. Also, those crypto bros that I said can get fucked and I won't lose sleep over, well, actually, I'm hoping they find real value in this because I'm also like a hero to the crypto bros as well as my community because I never targeted my fans. Yeah, I uploaded it to my YouTube channel, but that was only because I wanted them to laugh at the character, not actually put money into it. I mean, that was never part of the plan, but because they put money into it, now there's a great community, which was always the intention the entire time. It's just absolute ramblings of a madman, doing his absolute best to try and avoid looking like the bad guy. And in doing so, he always looks even more of a bad guy. In the interview he did with CoffeeZilla, he mentions his cancer diagnosis. Boogie has a form of cancer and he is on hard times financially, a lot of it because of his crypto investments, which now he's running one of his own. And he talks about how the money that he got, like the $10,000 for both this, immediately went into like his medical his medical needs. And he uses this as a shield, where it's like, oh, you know, this is going on, thus it shouldn't be a problem that I scam people, because I need the money. There's plenty of other ways of making money though, Boogie, besides just scamming your audience. Like there was, for years, for actual years, you had so many other opportunities to make money and actually not be a piece of shit. But you have time and time again made the worst possible decisions, not only for yourself, but for those around you, and you have constantly dug yourself deeper and deeper holes. And now you keep posting tweets, deleting tweets, where you're doing this Jekyll and Hyde thing about how, oh, I might be going to jail anyway, so I'm gonna take money on the way out. Buy Fatty Coin. And then into this where it's like, actually, I'm such a good guy. Like, we were just making a community and you guys are getting mad for weird reasons. I'm misunderstood. It's crazy because you can actually trace Boogie's spiral to his Twitter activity. The frequency in which he used Twitter directly correlates with the frequency at which he lost subscribers. As he used Twitter more, his YouTube subscribers went down more and more because he kept letting the mask slip at the really awful person behind the facade that he puts on YouTube. He could not stop himself from saying the most revolting things and being the most unlikable asshole through Twitter. He was addicted to it, and he recognized so many times that if he just deleted Twitter, his life, his online career would have been in a much better spot, but he just can't help himself, and to this day, still can't help himself. Here's his most recent tweet, for example. I learned years ago that if I fart in public, MWIII will make a video saying I gave people cancer. I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want because even when I try to do something nice, people say I ate a baby or something. In standard Boogie fashion, making himself the victim of everything imaginable. Somehow he's the victim in this pump and dump crypto scam that he's running here because MWIII made a meme video about him. Oh man, it doesn't matter what I do because people are just gonna say that I ate a baby or something. MWIII is gonna insult me no matter what. So what I did a crypto pump and dump doesn't mean MWIII needs to be nasty and rude about it. I can't even remember the last time Boogie2988 did something genuinely nice without it being something to benefit him personally. I can't think of it, and it's certainly not this crypto scam. There's no way you're gonna sit there and actually try and say that this mean shitcoin that you've started is somehow a nice thing that you don't deserve to be getting insulted for. That's absolute lunacy. You yourself have said multiple times how worthless this is, and you shouldn't be putting money into it, and that you're basically stupid if you do. Like, and you're gonna try and sit here and make a claim like, oh, even if I do something nice, you're just gonna say I'm bad anyway. You're not doing anything nice. You are literally scamming your audience. No matter how much you want to plug your ears and close your eyes to deny that fact, you are. You are scamming them with this. He also keeps saying that he hasn't sold any of his fatty coin. And it doesn't matter. Even if you really haven't sold any, I don't know why you sell now since it's completely flatlining, but even if you haven't sold any, even when it was up, it doesn't change the fact that it's still a pump and dump scam, and someone made a lot of money from this. The people that paid you to promote this in the first place. You did make 10,000 doubloons from the promotion of it. So you did make money from it. Even if it isn't from the direct sale of the coins that you hold, you still made 10 grand, which is a lot more than any one of your fans that bought into this trusting you. But anyway, I don't need to rant any further about this. If you want actual information about the scam, I highly recommend checking out Voidzilla's video or Mudahar's coverage of this. They both did a great job going over everything around it. I'm just here to talk about what a manipulative, stupid asshole Boogie2988 is, and how baffling it is that he keeps finding new ways to devolve even further into degeneracy. It's shocking. That's really about it. So yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today it looks like we'll be getting a cure to the cyanide that was Modern Warfare 3. It's time to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and why I am so excited for it. Why it sounds like everything I've ever dreamed of. Now, if you're interested to see what I thought about the other games shown at the Xbox Showcase, I made a separate video, link in the description. But today we're focusing solely on Black Ops 6 because
we've got a job to do.
They showed about 25 minutes of new material, going over the campaign, innovations to movement and multiplayer, round-based zombies. Can you fucking believe it? I wanted Warzone zombies too, though. What about Warzone zombies too? Everything they talked about was sweet music to my ears because they told me everything I wanted to hear. Now, this is still Activision, so we must proceed with caution lest our hype lead us astray. So today I'm going to take an in-depth look and give you my opinions and thoughts on the gameplay reveal trailer and the full showcase. The reveal trailer, by the way, has a whopping 56 million views. Holy fuck, Mason, that's a lot of numbers. That's a big number. Call of Duty still is the ultimate hype beast. Is this more views than the Infinite Warfare trailer? Hold on. It is.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
46 million. Jesus. So Black Ops 6 is set in 1991 during the Gulf War. An interesting choice, but of course we are running out of wars to cover. What immediately caught my eye was that George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton both appeared in this trailer. This is a great way to start things off. With recognizable figures, presidents, they add a sort of legitimacy to the games, a level of seriousness, maturity. Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer don't really care about history or portraying it the same way that Treyarch does, going as far back as World at War. And to me, this is one of the things that makes Call of Duty so fucking cool. When it's historical fiction, when we're inserted into an actual time period with real historical figures. When you get orders to take out Dragovich in Black Ops 1, you get them from President Kennedy. The Black Ops series has always done a great job of integrating historical figures into its narrative with great success and with great controversy. So seeing the unorthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton in this game is a good sign. Saddam Hussein sighting. We got Saddam Hussein in this bitch. You know, it'd be so funny. I'm not the most religious man, but God, can we please have a mission in Black Ops 6 where we find Saddam Hussein's cave? Please. I don't ask much of you, but just do me this one solid, man. Stop! Did you see that fucking Illuminati sign?
Run that back.
Right there, right there. It's real, bro. It's real. I didn't even notice that. The Prodigy is so fucking hype. If you're looking for some gym music, bro, The Prodigy is your go-to. This is almost generating like Battlefield 1 levels of hype. The song choice, the remix is perfect. That's a really good sign.
How's he look?
He's back! He's back! They brought him back! I'm gonna say it, fellas. Russell Adler is the best new character introduced in the Call of Duty franchise since Raul Menendez in Black Ops 2. I stand by that. Okay. Maybe Kevin Spacey was better.
What you're seeing is advanced warfare.
Russell Adler, pun intended, added a layer of mystery and intrigue to Cold War's story, and I'm thrilled to see him return. I guess this also implies that at the end of Cold War, Adler killed Bell and survived? Interesting.
Trust me, Marshal. But it might be better if you do.
Nope. That man is going to betray us again. Just you wait. At the end of this game, Russell Adler's going to betray our ass again.
Hey, something you should see.
Well, would you look at that? An onion in a wheelchair. Ain't that the darndest thing you ever saw?
I'm a goddamn onion, Mason.
Who the fuck says that?
Are you an onion, Woods? No. You look like one. Frank Woods is also back. Unfortunately, not with the original voice actor, George Burns. But it would have been odd to have a new voice actor then transition back to the old one. It is what it is, I suppose. Now, Black Ops 6 is meant to fill the gap in between 1980 and the Black Ops 2 missions that took place in 2025. So effectively, what we're finally getting is a sequel to Black Ops 2 and a sequel to Cold War. And that premise got me very hungry, man. I am starving for this. Treyarch and Raven always kill it with the story-driven campaigns. Except Black Ops 3.
Train go boom.
And when they don't even fucking try. So the rest of the trailer is cool action shots and, well, that looks like Russell Adler flying out of the White House on a goddamn motorcycle. Holy fuck, this is looking awesome.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
Ooh fucking raw. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best trailers Call of Duty has ever had. 10 out of 10, sets some very high expectations. The tone is perfect. I have no complaint.
Pre-order the Vault Edition and get the Hunters vs. Hunted Operator Pack.
No, well, okay. They had to sneak that one in there. Pre-order. Are you fucking pre-ordering yet? Pre-order the Vault Edition to get Russell Adler's dildo skin. Are you fucking pre-ordering yet? So now we're going to go over the full showcase, the one that goes really in depth with what's new in Black Ops 6.
I've been working here for over 20 years. And I just
Don't care, Wonder Waffle. That is a goddamn Wonder Waffle right there. That's really cool. Sorry, Mark. These animations look really good, by the way. Anytime they show that they're doing mocap, great sign.
In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history.
See what I'm saying? Real history, boys. Real history. It's fucking cool. War is cool.
Where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the U.S. government.
Well, that sounds like Black Ops to me. If I could describe what Black Ops is in a nutshell, it would be that sentence.
New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero.
This is a great marketing line, a phrase that will stick in your head when you think about Black Ops 6. Move like an action hero. Yes.
Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever.
Can you fucking believe it, Mason? Can you believe it? We made it. I can't believe we made it. Round-based zombies. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. But on the real, better than ever is a bold statement, Cotton. It's not like recent standards were all that high. I mean, you realize we're coming off Vanguard zombies and Warzone zombies. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
Where is he? This is fucking like, what the fuck, bro? What the?
All the more reason why you guys should blow my nuts off with this. Please do.
Let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting.
Mind-bending campaign. They are selling it right now, and I respect the hell out of it. Also, Raven has a pretty good history of contributing to Call of Duty. They worked on the Cold War campaign, so emulate greatness is what I'm saying.
no turning back now.
Excuse me, sir. I believe the line is, remember, no Russian. Please get it right next time.
When we set out to make Black Ops 6, We're focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after.
I already completely forgot every mission in last year's Call of Duty, I'll be honest. Missiles.
Where are the missiles? Tony's got their own missiles.
Like I said, standards for campaign have never been lower, so now is the best time for Treyarch and Raven to like pull their shit together and really give us a fantastic campaign experience.
We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay.
No, I want Call of Duty missions to take place on Warzone maps. It was the best. It was fantastic, phenomenal. Why you changing something? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sorry.
More dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay and more options to finish each mission.
If I was in the club and Danny DeVito came up to me and whispered this sentence in my ear, I would go back to his place. Branching paths, multiple endings, having weight behind the decisions you make. These are the reasons why Black Ops 2's story became the best in the franchise, and it is music to my ears that they are trying to replicate that again.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller.
Again, they're just describing it in all the ways that stay true to Black Ops and make me hype as fuck.
Where you're never sure who to trust and what's real.
And that means that the only person that I can't trust is myself.
And there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time.
So again, this is another important point to touch on, right? You remember in Black Ops 1, when you're in Vietnam and you hear Fortunate Son? That's music and pop culture reflective of people's attitudes towards the Vietnam War. So the fact that they have dialed in on this with the Gulf War, I'll keep saying it, great fucking sign.
Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2.
So they're going out of their way to tie BO6 to the best story in the series, and that means they're trying to replicate what the best story in the series has offered. That was where the interesting story got derailed in Black Ops 3 and where it ceased to exist in Black Ops 4.
The aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Something you should see. Goddamn onion mason.
In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez.
I just got whiplash hearing that name again. Oh my God, they actually mentioned him. What's so cool about them referencing Menendez is it's a clear indicator that they're appealing to older fans, such as myself. My knees hurt. Because Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. So younger audiences aren't gonna know who the fuck he is, but I will, and you will.
He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA.
This is also really cool because in BO2 we saw Woods in his wheelchair as he was an old man, and in this it's like fresh. This is a part of his character that we haven't seen before.
They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Last time I trust Russell Adler, man. Look out for me.
And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler.
Yeah, that's my fucking boy. That's my boy right there.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences.
Well, that just sounds awful, doesn't it? I want to have a mission where I destroy 3 helicopters and that's it, okay? My brain can't handle any more stimulation than that.
Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types.
Doesn't it sound like they're directly addressing how fucking awful the MWIII campaign was last year?
You terrorist.
No!
You look like one.
We want to emphasize unique mission design.
One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino.
New loot boxes just dropped, boys. New loot boxes, hell fucking yeah. Get your credit card ready. Post those 16 digits of your credit card in the description below. Don't forget the expiration date and the unique code on the back.
Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit.
I hate this idea. I hate the idea of freedom and being able to play these games the way I want. You know, having like sandbox missions where you have multiple options. You know, I much prefer it when I have like one linear path where I run down and shoot everybody in sight until I go on to the next linear path. Is the sarcasm running thin yet?
We also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences.
It sounds like a real fucking campaign, doesn't it? It sounds like everything I've wanted from a Call of Duty campaign since I made my Black Ops 2 review. That's crazy. Also, look at this. Meeting the future, Bill Clinton. You're going to meet Bill Clinton in this mission.
I did not have sexual relations
with that Adler. It's like they had a checklist of everything I love about a Call of Duty campaign and said, yeah, let's do what Act-Man said. I will not take credit. I'm just saying. Okay, the first criticism I have is that the blur effects in this gameplay look fucking awful. If I can turn that off, we're good.
One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. Hunting down missile launchers.
Where are the fucking missiles? Again with the missiles. You know what? Everything else sounds so great. I'll give you a pass on this one. I don't even care that we're going to recycle the same fucking plot point. That is actually going to be the big kicker. If the plot is interesting, if they fuck up the plot, then our decisions aren't going to really matter and much of the campaign will fall flat.
We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino.
I can't wait to gamble for gobblegums. Can we buy gobblegums in this campaign mission? Treyarch, Raven, good idea there for you. This is so fucking slick right there. God, Russell Adler is so cool. Look at Marshall on the left seducing the fucking bodyguard as he hands the security card to Adler. Oh, this is how I used to sell drugs.
What? We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. Homing knife.
Oh, the knife explodes? Oh, okay. That looks fucking sick. Bro, imagine the final kill cam with a throwing knife that explodes. The possibilities, man, the clips. I'm so excited to see how people use this.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah, and it was one of the coolest fucking things Call of Duty has ever done. And the fact that you're bringing it back here, at the risk of repeating myself, is a really good sign. Again, it sounds like Raven is trying to integrate everything that worked in previous campaigns into this one. And I could not be happier with what they told me. Whether or not they actually deliver is a different story. But this was 9.5 solid minutes of insight into the campaign, and I'm just glad the campaign is actually a major focus this time around. Black Ops 6 looks to truly innovate the series like no other game has before with Omni movement. It's basically the ability to sprint, dive, and slide in any direction. I'm sure there's a shooter that's done this before, but the only one that comes to my mind immediately is Helldivers 2, where it works phenomenally. Movement has always posed a significant issue in COD multiplayer, and they've never been able to please everybody. People complain MW2 is too slow. Vanguard and MW3 are like you're on crack. It's too fast. But Omni movement could be that happy middle ground. What's gonna make or break this game are the exploits. What is the sweatiest way possible somebody can abuse these mechanics? That remains to be seen.
Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty.
I love this phrasing because movement has been a continuous point of contention within the COD community.
And our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
These are the new dog models right here. It was probably time to polish up the prone animation. It always looked a bit goofy.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why?
Because the Call of Duty community is notorious for accepting change positively.
We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back. There's no going back.
See, the movement looks extremely dynamic, but I have to retain a healthy amount of skepticism because this is all going to depend on how well it's balanced and if certain exploits like bunny hoppings or slide canceling are going to be the meta, are going to end up being necessary for the average Joe to master in order to compete, especially with skill-based matchmaking.
For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
I was surprised they took the time to talk about UI improvements. It's not the sexiest thing to highlight, but this is kind of a game changer. Being able to control the size of the minimap, where your equipment is on screen, where your kill streaks are, that's a huge quality of life improvement that allows players to customize how they play the game and how they experience it. What I'm trying to say is that I probably won't be making a rant about shitty user interface in Black Ops 6, or will I?
For instance, Streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup.
I think it's interesting that by focusing on the streamer's experience when playing Call of Duty for an audience, they're actually improving it for everybody.
It connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome.
I know all about being awesome, fellas, and this game is looking pretty awesome. They're taking the time to talk about settings. You know what I mean? A really good sign. Because in previous and even the most recent games, if you didn't like the UI, tough shit. But now they're actually giving you some amount of control over it.
Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions.
This is a really bold change to make. I mean, this is like a huge revamp of the damage system, going from 4 different areas of the body with damage multipliers to 9. I'm eager to see how this plays.
We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails.
Cuticle graphics, bro. Cuticle graphics. Check those out. Okay, this is pretty much the new dog model, but what makes it not a meme is that they're actually highlighting important parts of the game. Like when they talked about new dog models when they revealed COD Ghosts, it's like the rest of what they showed was just not interesting.
There's a lot of love for how we used to handle Prestige.
You're goddamn right.
Traditional Prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter Prestige, start fresh with relocked gear.
There was nothing wrong with this. They changed this strictly for player engagement stats. Like, resetting Prestige in Call of Duty is the fastest way to get me to not play it as soon as the new season drops. I'm dead fucking serious. I'm gonna play this probably for more than just like a month.
The full Prestige system is available on day 1 in Black Ops 6.
Thank you. Thank you.
We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch.
This could end up being really, really cool or really, really shit. Because it kind of sounds like classes and heroes, but at this point, I'm willing to throw the dice and see what they come up with, and I'm willing to experiment.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning
in actual theater mode. Music to my ears, man. So I don't have to record every match. If I play a really good one, I can go back and just record that. Everything I wanted, man.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps.
16 maps is pretty fucking good. That's pretty good.
12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2.
This is actually the first major concern I have with the game, that there's not going to be any sort of BTV playlist or maps designed for 8v8, 12v12, 24v24. Just core 6v6 is risky, but we'll see how it turns out. Zombies!
We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch.
2 maps at launch. The gold standard set in Black Ops 1. I hope we can just go back to the Black Ops 3 style. I mean, there's rumors that there's going to be gobblegum, so yeah, let's just go back to what works and what everybody agrees is the best.
The innovations in movement systems will also be coming to zombies,
which will be pretty fucking sick. They're hyping me up, man.
Make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event on August 28th.
August 28th, write that down, write that down.
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6.
I'm not going to be one of those people. I talk too much shit about Call of Duty to get invited to these events. Also, notice how they don't make a big deal about the live service. It's just like an afterthought mentioned 21 minutes into this showcase. Yes, focus on launch. Everything I want to hear.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play.
And I think you guys nailed it with the philosophy. I think you've hit pretty much everything I would have said you should do with Black Ops 6.
Every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever.
It was shown. It was shown. Yes. So, in conclusion, if we're to believe everything we're being told, Black Ops 6 is looking like potentially the best Call of Duty ever made. What it sounds like and what it will be are two completely different things, but it all sounds perfect, almost too perfect. It sounds like everything I've ever wanted from Call of Duty, and that can be a dangerous amount of hype. But if they succeed at what they're attempting, we could put this in the top 3 at least for best Call of Duty ever made. So overall, I'm extremely hyped for Black Ops 6. I've never seen a showcase for a new Call of Duty that made me as hyped as this. What are your thoughts? Leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. All right, everybody, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
Switching max. Tossing a dummy. Taking effective fire.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito. Hostile UAV in the area.
We're gonna catch the premiere of Weekly Weird News. This is fun. They don't normally do this, do they?
Hostile mosquito is online.
I'm sorry, friends.
Hostile eliminated.
Enemies in the AO. Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Leto's out.
Under fire. UAV in the area. Hostile mosquito is online. Friendly mosquito deployed.